I'm MacKenzie with the Beaverton City Library, and did you know that November is Native American Heritage Month? If you're not already doing so, this is a great time to celebrate Native and Indigenous lives, culture, and read related stories. So this month I'm going to talk about a few classic children's books that many of us, including myself, have nostalgic feelings about. To start off, I'm going to talk about Little House on the Prairie by Laura Ingalls Wilder, which is often requested by adults for their children or students to read. And I have to say, I did love this book and entire series when I was a child. However, I did recently learn that this book includes harmful, hurtful depictions of Native and Indigenous people and culture. So I'm just going to share and talk about some of the critiques and give some alternative book recommendations. A few things to start off with. Like I said, I read this series as a child. All of them, the whole series. I read them, I reread them, all the spin-off series, Rocky Ridge and all of them. They were my favorite. However, as an adult, I learned about the hurtful misrepresentations of Native and Indigenous people in the books and learned that there are better options that more authentically depict Native and Indigenous people and culture. And ultimately, as a children's librarian, I want Native children to feel good about what they're reading, to feel seen, and not be hurt about from what they're reading. I also want to acknowledge that I am a white woman, and I'm heavily borrowing research and critical analysis from Dr. Debbie Reese, who founded AICL, or American Indians in Children's Literature, as well as James Noonan. When critiquing the depiction of Native and Indigenous folks in Little House on the Prairie, the main passage that people point to in this book is on page 211. She, Ma, did not know why the government made treaties with Indians. The only good Indian was a dead Indian. The very thought of Indians made her blood run cold. Many Native and Indigenous folks remember reading this passage as a child and being confused and hurt, which I don't think any of us want. There are also a variety of ways that Native and Indigenous people are described in stereotypical terms, having black glittering eyes or a fierce, still brown face, and they're also described as being savage warriors. At one point on pages 308 to 309, Laura cries because she wants to keep an Indian baby as if it were a doll. Never mind that this baby is another woman's child and not a doll and not a life to be played with. You may choose to have direct conversations with your kids about this book. You can also choose to read the Birchbark House series by Louise Erdrich. The first book describes the life of a 7-year-old Ojibwe girl in the 1840s. It's important to note that Louise Erdrich is a member of the Turtle Mountain Band of Ojibwe. And when the author's cultural and lived experience matches with the main characters in the book, we call these Own Voices titles. Other Own Voices books to consider include I Can Make This Promise by Christine Day and Indian No More by Charlene Willing McManus with Tracy Sorrell. Both of these books are more contemporary stories. I Can Make This Promise is set during present day, and Indian No More is set during the 1950s. And they depict Native and Indigenous family life during these times. If you are interested in reading more Native and Indigenous books for you or your children or your students, I recommend using Debbie Reese's suggestions for how to best choose Native and Indigenous stories. Number 1, choose books that are tribally specific. For example, the Birchbark House series focuses on the Ojibwe tribe. Number 2, use present tense verbs to talk about Native nations. Native and Indigenous stories do not just belong in the past. Native people are continuing to live and celebrate their culture in the present day. Number 3, choose books by Native writers, whether they're about Native characters or not. And number 4, use books by Native writers all year round, not just in November. Remember, Beaverton City Library staff are happy to help you find more culturally relevant and appropriate books. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.